landlord. People could be put there while the services made up their minds about what to do with them. Usually they just moved on or were forgotten about. There were some places Maggie only visited with a chaperone, but she hadn't heard anything particular about this one. These people were mainly a danger to themselves. She looked up at the house. On the second floor, a broken window was blocked up with brown cardboard. There was a tiny paved front garden and an alley that went along the left side of the house. Beside the front door, a bin bag had burst, but it had only added to the rubbish that was strewn everywhere. Maggie wrote a one-word note. There were 5 buzzers next to the front door. They didn't have labels next to them, but she pressed the bottom one, then pressed it again. She couldn't tell whether it was working. She was wondering whether to knock on the door with her fist or look through the window when she heard a voice. Looking round, she saw a man right behind her. He was gaunt, with wiry ginger hair tied back in a ponytail and piercings right across his face. She stepped to one side when she saw the man's dog, a small breed that was technically illegal, though it was the 3rd she'd seen since she'd left Deptford Station. "Oh, he's a good one," the man said. "Aren't you, Buzz?" "Do you live here?" Maggie said. The man looked suspicious. One of his cheeks was quivering. Maggie took a laminated card from her pocket and showed it to him. "I'm from Social Services," she said. "I'm here to see Michelle Doyce." "The one downstairs?" the man said. "Haven't seen her." He leaned past Maggie and unlocked the front door. "You coming in?" "Yes, please." The man just shrugged. "Go on, Buzz," he said. Maggie heard the clatter of the dog's paws inside and up the stairs, and the man disappeared after him. As soon as she stepped inside, Maggie was hit by an odour of damp and rubbish and fried food and dog shit and other smells she couldn't place. It almost made her eyes water. She closed the front door behind her. This must once have been the hallway of a family house. Now it was piled with pallets, tins of paint, a couple of gaping plastic bags, an old bike with no tyres. The stairs were directly ahead. To the left, what would have been a door to the front room was blocked up. She walked past the side of the stairs to a door further along. She rapped on it hard and listened. She heard something inside, and then nothing. She knocked again, several times, and waited. There was a rattling sound, and then the door opened inwards. Maggie held out her laminated card once more. "Michelle Doyce?" she said. "Yes," said the woman. It was difficult for Maggie to define, even to herself, exactly what was strange about her. She was clean, and her hair was brushed, but perhaps almost too brushed, like that of a small child who had wetted her hair and then combed it so that it lay flat over her head, thin enough to show the pale scalp beneath. Her face was smooth and pink, with a dusting of fuzzy hair. Her bright red lipstick extended just a little too far off her lips. She wore a baggy, faded, flowery dress. Maggie identified herself and held out the card. "I just wanted to check up on you, Michelle," she said. "See how you are. Are you all right? All right in yourself?" The woman nodded. "Can I come in?" said Maggie. "Can I check everything's okay?" She stepped inside and took out her notebook. As far as she could tell from a glance, Michelle seemed to be keeping herself clean. She looked as if she was eating. She was responsive. Still, something felt odd. She peered around in the shabby little ante-room of the flat. The contrast with the hallway of the house was impressive. Shoes were arranged in a row, a coat hung from a hook. There was a bucket with a mop leaning against the wall in the corner. "How long have you been here, Michelle?" The woman frowned. "Here," she said. "A few days." The discharge form had said the 5th of January, and today was the 1st day of February. Still, that sort of vagueness wasn't really surprising. As the 2 women stood there, Maggie became aware of a sound she couldn't quite place. It might be the hum of traffic, or a vacuum cleaner on the floor above, or a plane. It depended on how far away it was. There was a smell also, like food that had been left out too long. She looked up. The electricity was working. She should check whether Michelle had a fridge, but by the look of her, she'd be all right for the time being. "Can I have a look around, Michelle?" she said. "Make sure everything's okay."